What's up, guys? It's me, Infinite Growth. It's been a while, but I've been busy just doing what I do. But today, what I want to talk about was kind of like I know I talked about this before in the past, but it's very, very important, very crucial that you understand this. The majority of people in the world believe that you actually need money to make money, and I'm telling you, you do not need money to make money. I'm constantly opening business without using my own money. I have money, but I'm not using my money to open the business. So in essence, you don't need money to make money. And this is the way I've always done everything that I've ever started. Because you see, the key thing is to find a business, and then whatever you plan on starting, getting the money up front before starting the business. So for example, I run community events, and that's the majority of what I do. And with these community events, there's a lot of permits involved. You got the fire department, you got the city, you got the health department, you got agriculture department, you have city permits, business licenses, everything in between, right? You got insurance and marketing and promotion, banners, signage, you name it. Now, when you look at it, that's a huge chunk of money. And if I were to say, for example, let's just you need $5,000 to $10,000, people are going to be like, "What? How am I going to get that money?" It's fairly easy, really. I mean, I've done it. That's how I started. I started with zero out of pocket. I was pretty much almost homeless when I started figuring stuff out. But the thing is, OPM, other people's money. Now, if you can get other people to pay in advance, if you can get other people to invest, if you can get other people to loan you money until you get something started, that's a big plus, right? You don't have to bring out your own money. You don't have to go out and get an official loan and work with a bank because you don't want to pay that interest. Partnerships, I really don't recommend, just from my experience. They might work with like larger sums amount of money, like if you're talking about like hundreds of thousands of dollars in a deal. But for something, I would say anything less than $100 grand, I really don't recommend any partnerships because for one, $100 grand, it's not a lot of money. How are you going to split the profit on that after your bills and expenses and everything and all your time and effort? And then, what if you end up putting more work than the other guy? And then, you're going to feel like you're being robbed or you're doing all the work. So I really don't. I'm not a big fan of partnerships, to be honest. But anyway, so I have these community events. And the thing is, you want them to operate on a weekly basis. That way you have weekly income coming in, and you want to build multiple sources of income. So that means you're going to have more than one just a week. You maybe get 2, 3, 4, 5. It's great if you get 7 a week, and then you're getting 7 streams of income. But you don't need your own money. I've never used my own money. And even once I've built my businesses and have money in the bank and everything, I still don't touch that. I still go back to my original model and collect the fees in advance. Because what I do, I calculate how much it's going to cost me to get all the permits and everything else that I need to rent the spot if I need to. And then I determine on what is the expected attendance, how many vendors I can fit, and then I start charging each vendor, accordingly. So my objective is to always make a certain amount for each event, and usually the first or second event pays off everything. But I'm already sitting in profit before the event. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to think outside of the box. You can't just give up on your idea and say it's not going to work because you don't have the money, you don't have the investors or whatnot. The most important thing is that you get started, you get moving, because once you start worrying about the how, then you're creating self-doubt, and then you're worrying too much about things going wrong. But if you just get up and go and start moving forward, you're going to see that things start falling into place. And then you start meeting people with certain interests, same interests, and they might even, give you some good information on where to go or how to do things or take certain shortcuts. But the thing is, you'll never know if you never try. So you have to try. You have to give it your all. You have to be confident that it's going to work, because once you have a business idea and once you get a doubt and you start to hold on and attach to that doubt, that's going to be your outcome. But you have a business idea and you're committed and devoted to getting done no matter what it takes, even though you don't know how it's going to be done. That's usually when you succeed, because you have that will to keep pushing forward. And a lot of people don't. That's why 96% of the world, they go to work. They trade their time for money. There's only so many hours you can work a day. Some people think $25 an hour is good. Some people think $55 an hour is good. I think that's horrible. I mean, I can literally make in 3 minutes what most people make in a week. And that's not me being cocky. That's just me being aware of this, of how the world is. People are willing to trade their money, and you can't get wealth off of trading time. Your wealth is measured, one, with the freedom and liberty of what you can do when you want to do it with your time, and how long you can survive without having any income coming in. See, for me, I see myself as one of the richest people in the world. Why? Because I can get up and do whatever I want, whenever I want, at any time. I don't need to request days off. I don't need to ask for vacations. I don't need to raise my hand and go to the bathroom. I can pretty much, I'm living where I want to live, and my business is in another state. So I'm pretty much on vacation every day. But the thing with an entrepreneurship is it's a lifestyle. So I might be scrolling down social media on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, but in between that, I'm doing research. I'm researching my investments. I'm researching new business opportunities. I'm learning about ways we can do something different. I'm always constantly improving myself, signing up for seminars and reading books. And I have several hobbies. I just got a puppy that's keeping me busy. I'm learning to train him the way I want him to be trained. I have a garden going. I got tomatoes. I got green onions. I got peppers, potatoes, broccolini. I got all this stuff growing and maintained. So I stay pretty busy. Then I like to go hiking. I like going for my walks. I like going to different natural environments that are local. Like people sometimes are like, whoa, you go to all these cool places, and I post it on Instagram. Like, dude, you can get up and do it yourself. It's free. It costs no money to go where I'm going. This is all free to the public. But everybody thinks that you need money to go do things. Not necessarily. If you're going to keep that mindset, then maybe, but you really don't need much money. Maybe just gas money. But people want to complain about gas prices, but hey, it is what it is. And if you look at it as if you look at gas prices, let's say you have a 20-gallon tank in your car, right? So yeah, gas was $3 before, right? So for 20 gallons, 3 times 20, what's that? That's $60. That it would cost you to fill up your tank. So it went up $2. So now you're paying an extra $40. That's $100. Is $40 really gonna break you? If that's the case, then you need to stop eating out, stop buying those Starbucks. But the thing is, once you reach a certain level, those $5 things, those $12 things, those $60, $70 things, they're not gonna make you or break you. But if you're working hourly, yeah, they're gonna make you or break you because you have a set wage. But if you're an entrepreneur, that's nothing. because we don't focus on the small things like that. We focus on multiplying our money. So you see, the poor person, the average person, unfortunately, yeah, that's poverty. They focus on going to work to pay for the bills, you know, and they're afraid to invest. They're afraid to lose money. They only want a certain thing, a certain, like, if I invest $1,000, I want to make sure I get $10,000 back. Dude, I mean, there's no for sure thing. And then, like, the middle class people, like, they're focused on just keeping a good credit score so they can buy the car that they want, they can have the house that they want, and then they go to work and make sure that they have money to pay those bills. And then same thing, they're afraid to invest as well. They want a sure thing because they don't want to lose what they have. But you see, the wealthy, the rich, and the entrepreneurs, we're focused on how we can multiply the money. We're not worried about keeping it safe. We're not worried about being able to buy stuff and pay it on time. What we're focused on is, how do I turn this $1,000 and multiply it into a lot more? And that's the stuff that I study. You know, I'm heavily into crypto. I've made really good money on crypto, and right now we have a huge opportunity to reinvest. And I'm just glad I took profits when I did. And that's the thing, you have to really be cautious of your time. I make sure that I am researching the latest things on cryptocurrency, what's going on in the economy. I'm looking at the housing market. I'm looking at all kinds of different things. And it's not always from the same sources. You got to change up your sources because you want to get different points of views. You don't always want to get the same information from the same person. You want to listen to someone that's different from your beliefs, someone that's, you know, shares the same beliefs, and then, you know, change it up with somebody that you never heard of before and see what they have to say. I mean, and then you kind of just draw your own conclusion on what's going on. But anyways, guys, I gotta go. I gotta take care of some stuff. But I'll talk to you guys again soon. Later.